Hi guys. So you hear all the time, people talking about don't look on MLS, don't waste your time, blah blah blah. Bird dog and look for off-market properties, etc., etc. So I just want to share with you one project that my wife and I purchased about 2.5 years ago. It was an apartment complex, but the units were stratified, so it was actually all individual titles, so that we could sell them as individual condos should we decide to. So we purchased the property for $1,975,000. We put $100,000 down, and we had a seller carry back for the balance of the mortgage. We sort of separated this, so that we tranched the debt, so that we had a first mortgage of about 1.4, and then and then 475 for a second that was a blue note, so that way we weren't in a negative cash flow situation until we could raise the rents. At the time, the gross income was about $9,700 per month. And so we took over the place. It was a long distance owner who owned the property, and they had a caretaker on site that didn't really care much about the property, didn't care about the tenant qualifications, and the property was just a little bit run down and a little bit poorly taken care of, and they were just trying to get tenants in there rather than qualify the people and make sure that they had quality tenants in there. So over the course of the 2 years that my wife and I have had this property, we were subsequently able to increase the rents. We got much better tenants in there. We fixed up the property. A lot of it had crummy old carpet. We put in vinyl plank flooring, and sort of updated the property so that it would reflect the kind of tenants that we were looking for. So after about 2.5 years that we've had this, we were able to increase the rent roll to $14,800 per month. That was from the $9,700 a month that it was at when we purchased the property. And we went to the appraiser who originally did the property, and they reappraised the property at just under $2.5 million, based on our income and our gross and our net operating income. So we've seen approximately a $500,000 lift in 2 years. I would say overall we've spent less than $20,000 in the property just doing the improvements, and then we put an additional $100,000 down. So we've seen basically roughly a $400,000 increase in the 2.5 years that we've had it. And this was an on-market MLS property that our realtor brought to us. So I just want to challenge people out there who sort of have, the mindset that, that you can't find any good deals on MLS. It's simply not true. We find most of our properties on MLS. At the end of the day, people who have properties on MLS are looking to sell them. And it's a myth to suggest that, you can't get any good deals on there. I think this is evidence of that, that we were able to do it in a relatively short period of time. We got a $500,000 lift. It actually would be more if we were to sell these as individual condo units. The valuation would actually be even higher. We would be looking at about a $2.8 or $2.9 million valuation. So we'd be looking at making roughly, conservatively, let's say $800,000 in profit if we were to sell these individually, in less than 2 years, unless you're work in Wall Street or whatever. I mean, it's a pretty good return on investment. So I challenge everyone not to dismiss MLS properties. I beg you to really develop a good relationship with a real estate agent and a broker. We sign exclusive buyer broker agreements with our agents. Some people don't do that. They dismiss that. Personally, I don't agree with that. I think it's better that you have one person who's proven themselves that they have your interests at heart, they know what you're looking for, and it gives them some level of security that when they go out and look for deals for you, that you're going to be able to execute on them, and that you're a person of quality. And so we have good working relationships with our agents, and so when they bring a deal to us, it usually fits our criteria, and we don't have to pay all those those closing costs that you get with wholesalers, and that the deal is legit. I mean, it's done legally, everything is in place, and you don't have to worry about some of this stuff. I mean, I've sent some deposits to wholesalers, and I prayed that it was a legitimate deal, because honestly I didn't know. So if you deal with an MLS and you deal with lawyers and all that stuff, that the deal is going to be good. So I just ask that you reconsider if you're only looking at off-market deals, and I'm not saying you can't get good off-market deals. I'm not suggesting that, but I am saying that please don't dismiss MLS deals, and work with a good real estate agent that is going to have your best interest, and don't be afraid to throw them deals. Don't be afraid to to make them some money as well, because they're in business to make money. So if everybody works together, I think it works out for the best. Have a great day, and thanks so much.